Hello, BrightStar adventurers. Welcome to BrightStar Stories, where imagination sparkles and every story is an adventure. Today, we've got a fun and exciting story that's all about speed, surprises, and the power of not giving up. Get ready to meet the fastest animal in the forest, or so he thinks, and his unexpected challenger. It's time for the classic showdown, the tortoise and the hare. Who do you think is going to win versus? Stay tuned to find out. Once upon a time, in a lively forest, there lived a hare named Harry. Now, Harry wasn't just fast, he was so quick, he zipped past other animals like a gust of wind. Zoom! There goes Harry. Now, because he was so speedy, Harry had a bit of an attitude. He loved bragging. Who could beat me? He'd laugh, looking at all his slower friends. But one day, he laughed just a bit too much. Harry spotted a slow-moving tortoise named Tommy, who was quietly munching on some grass. Harry hopped over with a smirk. "Hey, Tommy, you're so slow, it's almost funny. I bet I could run a race, take a nap and still beat you." Tommy, though slow and steady, wasn't one to back down. He smiled and said calmly, "How about you prove it?" And so the race was on. Every animal in the forest gathered around to see this epic showdown between the speedy hare and the patient tortoise. Who would win? Would it be lightning fast Harry or determined Tommy? The race began, and whoosh! Harry shot off the starting line like a rocket, while Tommy, well, he took one little step after another, step by step. Now, Harry was so fast that in a matter of seconds he was way ahead. He looked back and laughed. Tommy's still at the start. This is too easy. So, what did Harry do? He thought, why not take a nap? He found a shady spot, closed his eyes and began to snooze. But while Harry snored, guess who kept moving? Yep, it was Tommy. One step at a time, not stopping, not hurrying. Tommy just kept going. Step, step, step. Minutes turned into hours, and guess what? Tommy was getting closer and closer to the finish line. All the animals in the forest were whispering and cheering, and it started to wake Harry up. With a jolt, Harry leaped to his feet. He looked around, his heart pounding. Tommy was almost at the finish line. Harry dashed as fast as he could, but it was too late. Tommy, calm as ever, took his last step and crossed the finish line just before Harry. The forest erupted in cheers. Tommy had won. And that day, Harry learned a big lesson. That it's not always about speed or being the best right away. Sometimes it's about patience, perseverance, and never giving up. And that's how Tommy, the slow but steady tortoise, taught us that big wins can come from small steps. Thanks for joining us on BrightStar Stories. If you loved the race between Tommy the tortoise and Harry the hare, be sure to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe.